we're going to be taking a look at to see if any of the um, materials I have currently are actually being bought on the auction house right now. This way I can start filling up the auction with good items. This is what we need from players. I think the game rewards this kind of stuff. It's very important to keep the auction flowing. Um, it makes us all money. So it's a very positive thing. And the first thing I want to take a look at, because I have quite a bit of thin wool here. I have 6 peds worth of wool. So let's see if wool, and this is actually thin wool. And this is something I should be doing constantly. This is part of my bad habit. When I just TT these items, I am sacrificing markup at the moment, but I do believe that with the new Loot 2.0 system, that markup does get calculated either back in your personal loot pool, or maybe the markup is what becomes available to other players who are doing or who are using that material either themselves or effectively. Um, so it looks like people are bidding on the thin wool that's on auction. But of course they're bidding at 106, or I'm sorry, 102.7 and 102.70 and 102.29 is what the bids are for those. Um, it would probably be hard for us to get that 106 or 108%. Let's take a look, because I don't have very much. I don't think I'm going to be able to get that good of an.
I'll be back in 5 now.
Roger that, buddy. Okay, so you can see that somebody has 31 of thin wool up here for 116, and if I put 24 for 116, flat, which is probably what I would have to do, because I wouldn't accept 6 ped for 650 spent. Obviously, this isn't getting bought out yet. I mean, the people, they want to only pay 103 basically at the most. So truthfully, to get my pets back out of this thin wool and material that I have now, the only way to do that would be to put it on auction. But putting it on auction is not going to get me that. And of course, it wouldn't have to if I wanted to continue finishing this curbs. I could collect up enough wool to finish the thin wool, to put on auction for the price they want. Now, that just means that I can't sell the item on auction like this. But let's see if anyone has placed any orders. Okay, so no, they haven't. Nobody placed any orders for thin wool. So there's no order to fill. It's not going to sell on auction immediately. So I should do one of two things. If I am super, super low on pads and I don't have the money, oh, excuse me, I should be stacking those up so that I can eventually put it on auction. And because I have pets today, we're going to do that for this purpose. At least for, doesn't mean I'm going to finish killing the curbs, because I'd like to switch up what I'm doing, go do something else, teach you something else. But that doesn't mean that I can't just go ahead and put that stuff in my storage and start stacking it, right? So Obviously, we convert every shrapnel. And let's see. I think we're gonna start stacking up all of this stuff because I do believe when you are stacking stuff that the game will reward you too if you plan on using it or putting it on auction. So, and of course, that's something we could come back to later if we absolutely run out of pets. But for today's instructions, we are going to work on simple one plastic springs to start off with. One, because we've got see, you know, the lower the percentage, the more quantity there's going to be. That's just the way it's set up. You know, you get a bigger discount buying in bulk, right? It's just like real life. So we're going to go down to taking a look at what the number for the lowest percent for the around the amount that we want. And it looks like the one we're going to make out with the best is probably going to be this 103% right here. It's going to be the least amount we can spend for 103, which is pretty good. But for 0.24, I'm sorry, 0.18 more percent, which isn't very much at all, we could go ahead and almost get the 1,000 we're looking for right here. And actually, this is going to give us 1,000. So this is probably going to be the one I'm going to go with. We're going to go with this one. Excellent. And of course, we're going to slap this in there. We got 1,007. This is going to be really good. This is perfect. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go over here.
Hey, man. Hey, what you doing, homeboy? Why ain't nobody around, man? What's up the hell?
And we're going to do some Civil 1 flash springs. And of course, you know, when you're doing this, make sure that you've got the one with the best QR selected, the one that you've been working on selected, because as you see, it doesn't always place that one at the top. And of course, you can always just click on this QR part, and it will readjust it for you. There we go. So it'll show you what the highest percentage ones are, quality ratings. And those are the ones you should probably work on, you know. I mean, this Oculus leather, man. Advanced leather extractors. I think I want to use that today. That might be a little goal that I do for training right there. Go hunt some Oculus, simply so I can show you how to make Oculus leather texture. It's probably one of the neatest textures when you have something textured in it. It is a high level blueprint, but it's also limited. So what we want to do before we even